Everyone, welcome back to TORQ Live on a Friday evening. This is the Chianti special with Josh Wade. So let's invite Josh into the room. There he is. Josh, how's it
Hey,
going?
yeah, good to you.
Good, good. We got through a couple of gremlins there, but we're live and live and direct on the
Okay,
Instagram.
good.
Uh, To all the viewers, this is Trail Talk Live on a Friday with me, Aaron Shimmons, and the special guest this week, Josh Wade, the North Face elite ultra running warrior that he is from from England. So, Josh, we're going to dig into the Chianti Trail, which is happening tomorrow,
Yep.
which it's a 4 a.m. start. And let's just run through a few details on the course, and then we'll talk about some of the contenders. It's 20K longer and 1,000 meters
Mm,
more on this new revised course. So it's a 120K, 75-ish miles, 5,200 meters of vert, 17,000 foot of vert, and it's a 4 a.m. start. The weather has been a bit up and down the past week or so, and they're expecting a bit of a mucky course.
yep.
Have you been out to Tuscany? Do you know anyone that's even raced at this race? Because we know there's quite a few Brits over there.
Yeah, there is. There is. No, I've never been over there. I've been looking at pictures and stuff of the course. It looks quite runnable, but there are some like little rocky sections and stuff like that. Most of the photos I saw mostly fire road kind of stuff. But yeah, I've never been out there.
Yeah, apparently the climbs. I whenever you think of like 5,000 meters over 120K, you think, oh, it must just be all up and down,
Yeah.
and just accumulating all that gain across the course. But actually, the speaking to Tom Jolly last week, he was saying that actually the climbs are quite punchy.
Are they?
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
quite punchy
yeah,
climbs. So punchy climbs, mucky course. It could be interesting.
yeah, yeah. It will be interesting. What's the longest climb on the course?
I don't have that sort of information at the moment because we're just going off a U10B GPX. This
Yeah,
nobody's run at this point, so we
yeah.
haven't got that information. Let's dig into some of the top contenders. Like we've got all of the hype around this race for months. Everyone thinking,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah, yeah.
my goodness, Jim and
I
Killian are
know.
going head to head."
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously, we've got last year's U10B winner, Vincent Bulliard,
Of course.
last year's Chianti defending champion, Andreas Reiderer.
Andres. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, there's four who are probably, I think that's the four highest index
yeah,
scores. So we know that Killian is racing for a golden ticket.
yeah, yeah,
Like, give me your thoughts about those four lining up
yeah.
for this race tomorrow. And it's not even a mountain
No,
course, which
no,
makes it
no.
all feel a bit more different as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah. This is what's exciting about it because this is definitely a course that suits Jim Walmsley, right? Um, Very runnable. Jim's got the gym stride, right? But then Killian's an all rounder, so like, it's like this is Killian, right? But then also, like Vincent as well, he's going, and then Andres Rete, I looked at his interview before and he's going for golden ticket as well. So I just wouldn't rule, any of them out. Like, I honestly don't know how it'll go, but when I think about it, like, because the course suits Jim so well, he might rip it up. But then I'm excited to see, Killian. Um, I have no idea how it'll go. Or Vincent might end up win, or Andreas. We know who knows.
Here's the thing, though. So there's been conversations for the past couple of weeks in the Trail Talk WhatsApp community, and one of the ideas that I'm kind of siding with here is that Jim is M1 for states, doesn't need a ticket,
Oh, really?
right? Vincent, uh, he's saying that in his recent interview, he's there for a competitive early season race and he's excited to get after it. Killian's there for a ticket.
Yeah,
Andreas Ryder is there for a ticket.
yeah,
So it feels to me like we know that Killian is switched on, brains, legs. I mean, everything is dialed. I think he would be okay to not bust himself just to beat Jim.
Really.
I think could sit back and let Jim go and go on, put yourself in more of a hole here before States.
Well,
I'm here for the ticket, and I'll race you in Auburn.
Killian is quite like that. He's very smart, and if he knows how to control himself. Like if you look back at UTMB a few years ago when Jim let go, he's like, "Oh, I just let the situation just happen." And this is Killian, right? He probably won't go with if it's super hard. Probably won't go. He knows how to play it, right?
Yeah, totally. And he
Experience.
he
When
has
you,
such a deep
yeah,
tank
yes,
that he can outwork whoever it is. Like he can just put in a higher pace, higher effort, and sustain it
yeah, yeah.
longer. And I just don't think that going into tomorrow's race, he feels like he needs to go there.
No, no, no. Not if he's in second and he's got a comfortable gap. Maybe he'll just. It's the first two, isn't it, that get automatic ticket.
Yeah.
Like I keep seeing the updates from Jim and Killian's just playing it cool, right? He's just rocked up, just had a baby last week. He's like, oh, I'm just here at Chianti.
Yeah.
Uh, like you say, he might not go absolutely all guns blazing. Um,
I put out a couple of videos there about 30 minutes ago from interviews with the guys
yeah,
just today, and
right,
Killian was saying he's for the past week he's got about 2 hours sleep
really.
each
Well,
night just with baby needing fed and things like this. I thought Killian would have had the sleeping bag out, like
yeah.
sleeping in the gym or something to get some shut eye but before the race. But
Still be
yeah, it could be mind games, right?
yeah. Killian's used to being sleep deprived from all them like 50-hour runs he used to go on. He's all right. He's all right.
I don't need sleep. I don't need calories. I'm dead on. I'm okay.
He's all right. But supposedly he's in great shape, though, right? He
I mean,
posts on Instagram where he's like banged out like crazy 50K training runs and like he looks in. Yeah, this is Killian, right? He's not going to turn up to a race unless he's in very, very good shape.
he wants to toe the line at States.
Yeah,
That is mega exciting. And it's like maybe the biggest storyline of this year is this journey to States. And this is the first kind of part of it after just all of the hype of through the summer or through the winter of seeing that was going to be the case. Another thing that I think's interesting is what will happen behind the top
yeah,
three,
yeah.
because there are about 10 guys there who are all able to have top five finish,
Mm.
who maybe won't necessarily be thinking golden ticket because of a Killian and an
Yeah, yeah.
Andreas Ryder and stuff as well. I'll just run through some of those names. We've got um, Zach Garner, the Nord athlete from Utah, high volume
Yeah,
guy. He's been doing a lot of
very.
good training.
Yeah,
Uh, Robert Hajnal,
yeah,
he's I'm we must be going on 8 years of him being at this kind of level, so he's super experienced. Tom Jolie was gonna be towing the line, but he's got the Kailas flu
yeah,
from the training camp last week, so
yeah,
he's bowed out of that one. Ryan Montgomery, previous top 10 at Western States. We know he can run fast, and this is a runnable
yeah.
course. Anything you want to say about some of those names?
Luke Graham fell short as well. He's on there, isn't he?
Yeah, I was going to come to him. Yeah,
I think he sometimes attacks races like goes out hard from the start. So if like these guys as well, I wouldn't rule these out for like a golden ticket. Everyone might blow up. Who knows?
but
It could be like yeah.
that that's one of the interesting things about this, because there's going to be that interest, that desire to kind of. A lot of these people won't have raced Killian before,
No, exactly.
and
Yeah.
like let's reframe this. Like, how would you feel if you were towing the line to this race? Like, what? Give us an idea. Like, don't give us all the inside secrets here, Josh, but like, give us a little bit of a clue of what the type of things you might be thinking if you were towing the line at this race tomorrow morning.
Um, I'd be expecting it to be going out hard. That's for sure. um, especially that there's two tickets up for grabs. It's like this race is going out hard. And I guess yeah, you would just see what happens. But yeah, I think it's stacked, and like everybody's wanting tickets. It's like yeah, I think it'll be bonkers.
And then there are like, can I put you on the spot and get maybe your top five? And you don't maybe have to give it to me in a particular order, but I'm going to give you some of mine, and you
Okay,
can tell me if you think they're bad or good or whatever. But I actually think, and I just see Wolf Runner joining the live, and he'll love to be joining right at this moment whenever I say that I think Jim is going to win this race tomorrow.
yeah,
But I never normally bet against Killian, but I actually think this is a bet for Killian because I
yeah,
think
yeah,
Killian will just let him win.
yeah.
I think Killian will run for the golden ticket and just let Jim do whatever he wants to do. I have a funny feeling that Vincent is not gonna have a good race.
Really,
We've just seen so many times that someone's had like this breakthrough performance and everyone's like, whoa, this person is amazing. And then the next race, there's this different pressure and they don't perform. And this is essentially his next race after UTMB.
that's true. That's true.
So I think you know, he might not have the day. Um, so I think Jim, Killian, Andreas Ryder. And then in fourth and fifth, I have Luke Grenfell Shaw coming in
Yeah, yeah,
fourth. Whenever I've looked at his performances and the times that he's run on other similar courses, and also you telling me last week that you think he looks ready to get after it for this one, I
yeah,
picked him. I put him in my top five,
yeah, definitely.
and then the Frenchman Lambert Santelli is I have him in fifth place. What do you think of my top five picks? Are they garbage?
No, no, no. Of course, yeah, yeah. It's gonna play out something like that, right? But
Maybe.
you haven't put Vincent in the top five though.
Well, I don't think he's going to finish.
You don't think he's gonna finish? No. Somewhat, yeah. Maybe there will be blow ups, right?
I think
Um,
he'll run early with Jim,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah.
but I've got a feeling that he doesn't finish. Doesn't
No,
finish the race,
no.
and I'm like, I hope I'm wrong.
He comes.
I hope all of these guys bang out an amazing battle.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be so good. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm excited to watch. Like, I'm really excited to watch this tomorrow. But I think Vincent comes from like a cross country background as well. Is that right?
Yeah,
So he will be good at the runnable um kind of stuff.
yeah. He
But like you
he,
say,
he he's got great legs in a
yeah,
Jim Walmsley
he
style as
does.
well.
He does. He's got a Jim Walmsley style. Um, yeah, so I think that'll be interesting. But like you say, yeah, Jim will probably take off, and yeah, that's my thoughts too. And like, I didn't really think about Killian just playing it as Owen. Like he'll sit in second, and just as long as he gets the ticket right, you don't need to absolutely bury yourself this early.
I think like if you're thinking like Killian Einstein's journey and Jim and Vincent go off together because they're teammates, because they're friends, the incentive there will be that they will run together. I think then if Vincent isn't having a day, that might cook
Mm,
him and lead to the DNF. But that means that that puts Killian and Andreas in seats for the golden tickets.
yeah, yeah.
And if he just runs with Andreas or in that realm, then both those guys have tickets. And I mean, somebody would have to have an amazing performance and then to come up and challenge them.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think yeah, yeah. Like to challenge Jim or Killian, maybe it'll be I mean, that would be amazing. Like if there's loads of people in the mix for the first and second spots, like that's going to make the race more exciting. If like 10 people go out super hard, that's going to be so good.
I think we're definitely seeing blow ups. We're
Oh yeah,
definitely going to see some blow ups. It,
yeah,
it
yeah,
it has to happen. Like it happens all the time at these big races where there's more than 10 guys racing. Like we wouldn't be having this conversation if there was 10 women with winning potential. It's the guys go out there and but don't back down and forget about running with their heads and then shit hits the fan. So
It's gonna have to
before we
be like
move
that
on,
though.
pardon?
It's because there's two tickets. It's gonna have to be like that. You're gonna have to go out hard. Like whoever's there for a ticket, right, is gonna have to go hard from the start.
You would say that
Because,
anyway.
but unless someone paces it and pulls through, like, and everyone blows up, then I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, it's also interesting. Like if we were talking about a 100 mile
yeah, it'd be different.
mountain race,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, 8,000 plus meters of gain, totally different
yeah, yeah,
thing. Because in that type of race, because it would just be constant, like up and down mountains, up and down over passes. That's not the type of thing where Killian would just hang back,
no, no.
because you just have to run your own race in that sense,
Mm,
because there'll be a strength on the climb, there'll be a strength on the run a little bit, there'll be a strength on the descending, and it's just easier to just do your own thing and work within the realms that you want to work. Give us some of your top five here. Throw some names in.
mm,
Give me
I don't
positions if you're willing to go that far.
like. I don't know about positions, but I think it was somewhat very similar to what you were saying. Like I think we're gonna see Jim, probably Killian, Vincent. Like I know you didn't have Vincent up there, but
But you can.
is it- I Andreas, Luke, these guys. I reckon they're all going to be in the mix, and um, yeah, I've no idea who will take it all the way and win, and but yeah, probably out of one of them. But then you never know, like someone might come through and or yeah, who knows?
It's possible, but I don't think they're going to come through for a ticket. So, a couple of other things I wanted to ask you. You know, I want to dig a little bit more into the mindset going into this type of thing, because like, what does it feel like the night before battle?
um, exciting
What do
because
you
we've done all this
what do you like?
training.
It's 7:30 now in the UK for
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
That race starts at, I think it would be 3 a.m. for us.
yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
it 4 a.m. local
yeah, yeah,
time? So like it's nearly bedtime the night before the race. You're racing tomorrow. What's
mm,
going through your mind? Like surely everything's done now. You're
yeah,
just
yeah,
trying to get the feet up.
yeah, yeah. You got to try and relax because it's like super pumped to just get going. Like this is like when I did Transcan Canary a few weeks ago. It's like the first race I've done in months since UTMB. I'm pumped. I've just done loads of training. Just want to let rip, really. So you got to like relax. Drink some tea. Drink some tea and chill. Um, and then yeah, try and relax.
But that's going to be like very easily
Yeah,
said, but
yeah,
much harder to do, because there's a lot of like, you yourself are the type of guy who gets like super pumped and like you're ready for it,
yeah.
like excited for it. It's almost like the night before Christmas, the
Yeah,
night before
yeah,
the night before
it's
a
like
race.
it's better than that.
Better than Christmas. Well, only if it's the UTMB finale.
Yeah, yeah, I'm joking. Christmas is great. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and you're just checking through everything. Oh, I've got this. I've got this. Like I'm making like notes in my phone just to go over everything that I'm going to do in the morning when I get up before the race. Like make sure you eat that. Go to the loo. This just after coffee. Do everything in preparation for the morning. Um, yeah. What time does it start? 5?
It starts at 4 a.m. local time.
4 a.m. Does
Yeah, super early. I don't
yeah,
know
there'll be
why. They always UTMB always pick their start times based on the time that the finishers or the leaders are going to finish. So that could be what, like early afternoon, something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So it's
They'll ta
perfect for them.
they'll line it up with that, won't they? Like
Yeah,
they're gonna be with head torch for a while and for yeah.
yeah. It's that's part of the mandatory kit as well. Oh, obviously, well, it's part of the mandatory kit because some people will still be out there at night.
Mm, mm.
So the race gets going. Are you thinking about that as we're going to split it into chunks, or you just are like, Josh, give me a more complex answer than I'm just going out hard?
No, no.
Are you thinking, you know, here's the lead pack? Are you thinking this is the pace that I think I need to run because I want to run a certain time? Are you thinking these are my competition for golden tickets? Are you even thinking like this?
Usually, no, no. I'm talking to Mel, my wife, usually about yeah, we are going through like aid station stuff and you know, like how the day will plan out and maybe push hard from this point. Um, so get to here and push hard. Y- yeah, yeah. So, sort of thinking the race through as much as possible. Um,
And what about when it starts though? Like
yeah,
when the gun goes,
mm, mm, mm.
are all thoughts gone? It's just
Yeah, 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 for sure,
run,
for
and the
sure. Yeah,
only thing you're responding to is the new is the buzz in your watch to tell you to eat
that
something.
and the effort level as well. Like the just listen to the body all the time, and is everything you're doing right?
So
Um,
you're thinking about where am I flexing the
yeah,
effort up to?
yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is this what Is this what I should be doing? And which is a hard one because these races are so long. you never know. You never know how hard you can really go. So, um, yeah, just in the race. As soon as you set off, like you forget about everything. All this like pre-race stuff and all that. It's like as soon as you set off, you're just in the race then. And
I don't
everyone,
know. This might be unique, Josh. Normally, whenever I set off, I spend the first 3 hours going, I think I'm going too hard.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And then I'm like, whenever the field kind of settles down a bit, it's okay. It's easier to find your
yeah,
level.
yeah, yeah,
Look, this is Trail Talk Live on a Friday night. We try and keep it to about 30 minutes, but we are running a little bit behind because there's so much to go through on the guys' field. But we got to talk a little bit about the women's field. There's less contenders on the women's side, but there's still some good racing to be had. So let's kick that off, and I'll give you my top five on the women, and then give me some of your thoughts about that. So I'm picking Fiona Pascal for the win.
yeah,
Abby Hall second, getting that golden ticket that she's been chasing for a long time.
yeah.
Dominica Stelmach
Okay.
for third, and then in fourth, Fabiona Conti, and then in fifth, Aroa
Yeah,
Sahil.
yeah, yeah,
Butchered the name, but close enough. What do you think about Fiona for the win in this one?
yeah, 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 yeah. She could win. Um, her and Abby. It'll probably be between. Um, could be someone else, but yeah, yeah. She could win.
Fiona doesn't really race very much, but whenever she
Yeah,
does, she usually performs very
yeah, yeah,
well. And I think that her best performances are in front of her. At
oh yeah,
this point,
yeah,
she's only kind of um, it doesn't feel like she's been totally taken it not seriously, but like it's been her main priority. I'm not quite sure of the background,
yeah.
but she has so much potential. Uh, what do you think about Abby Hall then in second place?
She's a quality runner. Um, she's had some really good performances as well in like international races like Transvolcania, CCC. Um, like she's solid. Um, they're both really solid. Um, so yeah, it could go either way. Could go either way.
And I think we didn't. We'll come back to it. Actually, we'll circle back on the guys side. But Abby Hall is a TERX athlete,
Yeah, yeah,
and this is a fast runnable course, and she has probably the fastest shoe out of the women's field. Like the
yeah, yeah.
TERX is, I mean, say what we want about it, maybe potentially being unstable at times, but it's also thought to be maybe the best or one of the absolute best in the carbon plated trail world. So that could be an advantage, perhaps, on this type of course.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something that's runnable like that. Oh, definitely. Yeah, something carbon plated, loads of foam. Yeah, yeah. It'll be perfect for that course.
And any thoughts about Dominika Stelmach in third? She's always she always performs really strong. She's even look back at the last year, she's got a string of results of races we wouldn't even have heard of,
No,
but
no,
she's
no.
she always performs
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. Did I see Claire Banworth on there somewhere as well? And is that
Yeah.
she races a lot of races.
Well, Claire was actually at the Barclay
No
and she competed at the Barclay and she was on the entry list for Chianti.
way.
So unless she got on a plane yesterday, I mean, I hope she's at Chianti, but I don't think she's going to be. But
That would be
wouldn't that be
brilliant.
amazing?
That would be so good.
I forget who I said this to the other day, but I mean, I hope somebody, I hope her sponsors are paying her race entries because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that woman is in so many flipping races, uh, and I would say that there could be 10 grand in race entry fees per year for Claire, which is nuts.
Yeah, yeah. I remember just seeing a name popping up everywhere, like, whoa,
Yeah.
she does a lot of races.
I don't think she would have the pace for this type of event. I don't think this is really in her wheelhouse. So I'm not quite sure why she was down for running this one. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I've seen a name on like a lot of long stuff, like 200 milers, like the long Trans-Gran Canaria. She done the spine race. I think I've seen her on the list for that as well.
Two times
Yeah,
fine winner.
is she two-time spine winner? Oh, there we
Yeah,
go. Yeah, 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 yeah. So she likes the real long, hard stuff.
yeah, yeah. Let's circle back to the guys for a second as we start to wrap things up. Jim, Vincent, carbon plated shoes.
Yeah, yeah,
Andres Riderer, Prodigio Pro,
pretty
Super
sure.
Foam, no plate, but still there's a bit of pop to it. Do you know what like what shoe would look be using? He's a Brooks athlete.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure about their shoes, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um, I
but
don't know a lot about.
the interesting thing here is Killian, unless he's running in some sort of prototype,
Yeah, yeah,
is not potentially running in a carbon plated shoe, which
no,
is probably a disadvantage. Although some people in the Trill Talk WhatsApp have said Killian's feet are like carbon plates.
yeah. Of course they are.
It's Killian, he doesn't have feet, he's got hoofs.
She's Killian, right? Yeah, yeah.
So
He's just got
that's
integrated now.
potentially a disadvantage. But whether it's a disadvantage for him, who really knows?
Yeah.
Some of the other women worth noting: Amanda Basham, two-time Western States fourth place, golden ticket holder before, and she raced Kodiak 100K last year. And then who else have we got here? Stephanie Ho, um,
Oh
2014
yeah.
Western
Yeah, yeah.
States champion,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
and UTMB kind of veteran, top 10 at Trans-Gran Canaria. Uh, Sabrina Verjee,
Yeah,
British
yeah.
athlete,
Oh yeah, I saw her on there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
another La Sportiva athlete wearing the Prodigio Pro, although I wouldn't put it past Sabrina to rock up in the Mutants or something.
Yeah, 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 of course.
So there's a lot to go down tomorrow, and let's get some of your picks for the women's podium.
Yeah, I think like Fiona and Beth, like he's not Beth, that's her sister. Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah, between them two, definitely.
Do you think those are
Um,
the two that are going to be racing for the golden ticket? Golden tickets.
Most
Yeah,
likely.
I
Um,
I agree. I agree. And it's interesting, like how hard will they push each other if they are the two at the front, knowing there's two tickets to go around.
yeah,
So who knows? But look, do you have any closing comments, Josh, before we wrap it up?
I'm just excited to watch
Are
tomorrow.
you getting up for the live stream at
No, no,
3
no,
a.m.?
no, can't do that. I'll get up at usual time, go for my run, and then I'll watch through
Yeah,
the middle of the day.
yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I'll not watch it first thing. There's too much to be. Once you sit down to a live stream, like
Yeah,
I just won't. I'll just keep social media off. I'll keep TV off. So whenever I come back in from the run, from the dog walk, or
yeah,
whatever it is,
yeah.
I won't know anything, and I can just
Uh,
put it on and watch it fresh, like
Yeah,
nothing's ever happened. But look, thanks for joining Trail Talk Live this Friday. We will catch up soon. Have a great weekend. And for everyone that's tuned in, if you didn't catch it from the start, you can catch up on YouTube or the podcast players from tomorrow morning. Just search Trail Talk. And I think that's us. So, Josh,
thanks.
enjoy the rest of your night
Yeah,
and
you too.
enjoy the weekend.
Thanks, Aaron.
See you later.
See you soon.